Today we're going to look a little bit more at using Slax to make our own custom live distros. If you go to slax.org, I've already done a tutorial on building your own by adding modules, by clicking on build and adding and removing modules that you may want. For today I'm just going to remove most of these, and I'm going to just use Slax core and Slax xorg. So I have somewhat of a GUI, and that's going to give me about an 85 megabyte distro right there. And last time I showed you can download an ISO, burn it to a CD, and you're set to go. You can boot that CD. But if you wanted to install it on a flash drive or maybe customize it a little bit, you may be more interested in this tar file. So I'm going to click on that and download it. I've already downloaded it. You can either, once it's downloaded, go to where you download it, or just double click on it in your download manager like so, and it should open up in whatever application you use as an archiver. And at this point, I'm going to go and I'll show you. If I go to my browser here, you can see I have a USB flash drive. I already have Slax installed on this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmount that, and just for fun I'm going to format it. I'm going to use a utility called disk utility, which is available in both Linux Mint and Ubuntu, but you can use whatever application you like to do partitions and formatting, like gparted, or even doing it from the command line, which I think I've gone over in the past. But to keep things easy, I'm going to come down here. It's my Geek Squad 250 megabyte, woo, huge drive. I'm going to click on this, and I am going to delete that partition. So like there's no partition on it now. Now I can click on this, and I can call it whatever I want. I'll just call it Slax. And we're going to do a fat partition, the full size of the drive. We'll say create. We've created, I click on it again, and it asks me to label it again. I'll just say Slax, and at this point we can see what type of fat drive we're going to do. Just leave it as the default, and I'll hit create, and I will create it, and there it is now on my drive here. Once again, your drive probably already is in a FAT format. If you bought it, it's going to be in some sort of VFAT format, and most people keep theirs, so you don't have to format it. I just wanted to go through that process with you. But basically, delete whatever's on it. And at this point, I can go back to my archive manager here, and I can extract all the files from this tar file to the root directory of that flash drive. So extract that. Depending on the size of your distro, will change the amount of time that it takes to extract. And once that's there, the distro is installed, but we need to make the flash drive bootable. Now in that disk utility program, there was a checkbox to make it bootable, but I'm going to show you another way to do that. The creator of Slax makes it very easy to do. There we go, it's finally done unpacking. I can close this, and I will go back to my file browser and go to that folder. And you'll see that you have two folders, Slax, which is where the operating system basically is, and boot, which is all your bootable options, which we're going to get into in future videos on modifying. But at this point, if we wanted to make the flash drive bootable, we have two scripts here. We have a batch file, which is for Windows users. You should be able to just double click that and it'll make the flash drive bootable. And basically the same thing here in a shell script for Linux users. I'm going to open up terminal here instead of clicking on it because I need to run it as root or sudo. So at this point, I'm going to sudo / that boot sh file, and it's going to ask you some question. Make sure it's saying right now that this drive is device SDH1. Make sure that that's correct, or else you can screw up another drive. Hit enter, and then it gives you a little bit of output of what it did. And then when it's done, it says, press any key to continue or to exit. We'll do that, and we're done. The flash drive is bootable. We can now turn off for computer, restart. If the flash drive is installed and your BIOS is set up to boot from USB, you'll have a booting copy of Slax running off your USB flash drive. Now, on the other hand, if you have a version that you've maybe customized and modified, which we're going to get more into in the future, on a flash drive, and you want to make a bootable CD out of it, they also have a tool for that built right into Slack. If we go up again to the root directory of the flash drive, not of your system, once again you have two folders. We were just in the boot folder. We're going to go into the Slax folder, and you'll see that there's a make ISO shell script, and there's also one for Windows, a batch file. I'm still going to open a terminal just to show you it. I think it's easier this way. You don't have to run this as root. but we'll // the name of the file, and then it'll ask where you want to save it. I'm just going to put it in my home directory, so home metal, and I'm going to call it myslax.org, or .org, .iso, and I'll hit enter. And there we go. I mean, that was quick and easy. I go to my home directory, and right there is the ISO file I created, and I can use whatever CD burning application I want to burn that to a CD, and it will make a bootable live Slax CD based on my flash drive. So I hope you found this tutorial, and I hope you're seeing that how easy Slax is to customize and build your own tools. And it's great to have, I have probably 6 flash drives, and each are a different tool for doing a different thing. All mostly Linux bootable drives. I can pop it in, boot it, and sometimes I don't have to do anything. It automates everything for me based on what I've designed. So we're going to do more with custom distros and modifying Slax in the future. I hope you're enjoying these tutorials. Visit filmsbychris.com. The link is in the description, and it's Chris with a K, for more video tutorials like this and a bunch of stuff on open source programming, gaming, and just fun stuff. And I thank you for watching. Have a great day.